The so-called Fortress Belt is a defensive line about 50 kilometers long that runs from north to south along the H-20 highway in western Donetsk. It is made up of four main urban centers, Sloviansk and Kramatorsk in the north, and Idruzikivka and Konstantinivka in the south. Before the large-scale war, these cities were home to more than 380,000 people. Today, the population of Konstantinivka has dropped from almost 70,000 to about 2,000 people. These cities are not improvised fortifications. Since 2014, after Ukrainian forces retook the region from pro-Russian separatists, Kiev has invested time, resources, and engineering to turn the belt into a robust defensive position. Trenches, anti-tank barriers, artillery positions integrated into the urban terrain, and more recently, extensive systems for protection against drones. The goal has always been the same: to prevent Russia from making a rapid and deep advance westward from Donetsk. For Moscow, capturing or bypassing this belt has been a long-standing strategic priority. President Vladimir Putin has repeatedly stated that full control of western Donetsk is a condition for ending the conflict. Russia has been controlling about 80% of the West. What remains, mostly concentrated in this belt, is what still holds the Ukrainian line in the east. At the end of June, Russia is focusing its main offensive efforts specifically on the southern sector of this belt, with a focus on Konstantinivka. After capturing Toretsk in August last year, Russian forces continued advancing toward the northwest. Now, small Russian units have already penetrated the outskirts of the city. Ukrainian commanders from the 19th Army Corps are reporting that these infiltrations are constant, although still limited to very small groups.
Dadas a grupos muito pequenos.
These infiltrations do not for now constitute a consolidated operational advance. According to the assessment of the Institute for the Study of War, they are not enough for a rapid breakthrough. However, they worsen the tactical situation for Ukrainian troops and pave the way for close-range combat if Russia manages to reinforce the infiltrated positions. Meanwhile, the Ukrainian supply routes connecting Konstantinivka to the positions in the north are under constant attack. Russian artillery, drones, and glide bombs are hitting infrastructure along the road that goes up toward Druzikivka. On the Ukrainian side, medium-range drone attacks against Russian logistics in the rear have caused significant losses, but they have not been enough to completely halt Russia's offensive operations in the region. In the far north of the belt, the cities of Sloviansk and Kramatorsk are also feeling the pressure of the Russian advance. Russian forces are operating about 15 kilometers away and are carrying out air and drone attacks with increasing frequency. The goal seems to be to keep Ukrainian defenses pinned down and prevent reserves from being moved to the south, where the pressure is greater. To get full access to this video and watch exclusive videos that are not released to the public, become an exclusive channel member for just $7.90 or our dollar, $7.99 per month. Russian tactics in the Konstantinivka sector follow the pattern observed in other recent offensives. The massive use of artillery and drones to wear down defenses is followed by infiltrations and small groups of infantry. This approach consumes a lot of resources and results in high losses, but it exploits the Russian numerical advantage in manpower. Despite Russian losses in the rear caused by Ukrainian attacks, Moscow is still able to maintain the offensive in specific sectors. On the Ukrainian side, the defenses in Druzikivka show the level of urban preparation. Anti-drone nets cover stretches of road, barbed wire, and cables, and fiber optics from downed drones mark the terrain. The Predator Brigade of the National Police of Ukraine conducts constant patrols to neutralize aerial threats and mines. Ground robots are used to deliver supplies in high-risk areas. Major General Viktor Nikoliuk, operational commander of the Eastern LCO, stated on June 26 that Konstantinivka can still be defended with the current personnel and resources. The situation, however, is not simple. A choice will have to be made, either raise the stakes or retreat. And now the stakes are rising every day, and the fall of the city seems to be just a matter of time. Putin declared last week that Russia was close to capturing the city. Ukrainian commanders from the 19th Corps rejected the claim as an exaggeration and said their troops continue to eliminate the small Russian groups that managed to penetrate the city. The difference between the narratives reveals the slow and exhausting nature of this type of urban combat. The impact on the civilian population is visible. Evacuations continue, and daily life deteriorates under the constant risk of attacks. In Konstantinivka, the few thousand residents who remain live under daily shelling, any consolidation of Russian positions within the city would turn the Ukrainian defense into a much more complex problem, with house-to-house fighting and an urgent need for reinforcements. Russia also faces limitations. Their attacks against Ukrainian logistics are intense, but Ukrainian counterattacks against depots, supply lines, and even facilities in Crimea and the Russian oil sector are generating increasing costs for Moscow. Even so, the offensive in the belt continues as Russia's main effort in the spring and summer of this year. To watch the full video of this analysis, follow our members' example. Just become an exclusive channel member for only $7.90 or $R, $7.99 per month. Just click here on the Become a Member button. And how do you assess Ukraine's ability to sustain this defensive line in the coming days, weeks, or months? And turn on notifications so you don't miss the next videos.